Hello everyone. So I have been making the claim that critical strike damage is bait and is not the best for a pure Thorns build. I understand Kagalt just made a new video today showcasing his version, which now utilizes bleed, but this is based on a bug with Berserk Ripping aspect. See how it's working is that Barber Heart is applying all the damage it stores as a bleed through Berserk Ripping. He also suggests to go critical strike damage, which is just wrong. Let's prove that. So is critical strike damage better than the alternatives? Here's my current setup. I have some gear here with critical strike damage. So let's open this and show my crit damage. Gonna add everything I have. There it is. Let's go in here. I'm gonna add even more crit damage. So I'm gonna remove some of the damage reduction from close and this 10 strength here. And add points up this way to get some of this. Let's remove, let's see. Let's remove some of these points. Alright, so here's our crit strike damage. 323%, which I would say is a lot. Okay, this doesn't matter right now, though we can just do that and fix it. Alright, so here it is. So here's how we're going to test this. I will show you. We attack it once, try to. Get Barber to proc, then get hit. Now the way Barber works is that it multiplies the damage the longer it's on there, so if I were to proc it, if I were to proc Barber and then run away, it would add up more damage when it goes to hit me. Oh, it went away. Yeah, 100k. So let's get a few numbers. I know it's slow, but this is the testing. It's about 70k, 80k. And we're doing 50k base. I think this is good enough. So here's my numbers. Here's my crit strike damage, crit strike chance, and I have really good gear for crit strike damage. Alright. Now we're going to test the other side of it. Damage to close, strength, all stats in vuln. So now here's what this looks like. Already more. In fact, it almost doubled. 70k, 140k, but we're almost at 130k. 163k there. So that should be disproven. Already right there. That crit strike damage is not better. Let's see. We could even remove this since we shouldn't have this on here for this part. Getting unlucky. There we go. 122k. See how this is working is that when we proc Barber, we're just waiting for them to hit us with their attack, and then we use Thorns on them. The Thorns hits them. So I think that's it for this. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to test was, is more max life more damage than more Thorns? And I'm gonna test this with Challenging Shout with and without. So I'm gonna remove this because I have two pieces here. One with 916 Thorns and the other with 941 max life. So I'm gonna test both of these. I'm doing 108k, 114k. You can see consistent. And then add the max life. We have to wait for Fortify because I'm doing more damage with Fortify. 109k. So there you go. Alright, and here it is with Challenging Shout. Let me use it. I have to use it from a distance because these enemies stop attacking when I use it near them. 120k. Gonna have to give it a second to use it again. We're doing the Thorns one to test the damage with the extra Thorns. $120k again. So it's consistent. Now we test it with the max life. Give it a second. 118k. So there you go. That should be proven right there. Now, what does this mean? Well, I'm just disproving the point that people are making is that more max life is going to give you more Thorns damage than anything else. It's not true. If there are Thorns options, you should go Thorns. Yes, I know max life gives you tank, that's true. But if you're leveling, if you're low level and you are struggling to, let's say, deal damage, get more Thorns. I think if you have tank stuff, like, you know, the might aspect and disobedience here, disobedience aspect, you're going to be fine on tanking, as well as a tank pants like this. Alright, the next thing is why Ancient's Oath over this axe here. So I understand that a regular axe would be more damage from a raw numbers point of view, and you could even put Death Wish aspect on it, but I prefer Ancient's Oath. I like the wider chains you get and the reduced cooldown. It also still comes with these stats. So, as you can see here. So comparatively, we're just losing strength and a bunch of all stats, which honestly would be close in damage if my Ancient's Oath was better, if I had higher rolls on it. The biggest difference is the Death Wish aspect, which you can see here, 5,880. I have to put it over here. Yeah. Alright, so as you can see the damage here. $114k with this. And 94k with Ancient's Oath. But the argument I have for Ancient's Oath is that if you have these wider chains, you could potentially grab in more enemies with it, with high crit chance, and proc Barber on more of them. And then you would Thorns reflect on more that have Barber proc, and that would be more explosive hits, more higher numbers. That's my argument for having more chains, because you can pull more enemies. So I wanted to test now, is Exploit Glyph more damage than, let's say, this? 67% damage to close enemies. So let's do this. So we're gonna give this 30.9%. We'll remove this one, and we'll kick. Oh, we gotta remove barber. Hold on. Alright. $297K. Let's see if we can get a consistent number here. Okay, that was 211K. It's a bit slow. $297K seems to be the number. So now let's test with Territorial. Here's how much Territorial is giving. $225K. $304K. So as you can see, I don't know why there's some variance there. Maybe depends on some other targeting factors or distance factors, but as you can see, 304K is higher than 297K. And that's it. That's all I wanted to test. All I wanted to show you guys. Alright, thanks for watching.